In 2012, young voters made 1 out of every 5 voters that turned out. This year, it's looking like 1 in 10. Ashley Spillane is president of Rock the Vote. Their group is trying to change that, but there are a lot of hurdles. She's here to join us to talk about it. Ashley, thanks very much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So what was the biggest challenge that you guys faced this year in trying to get young people excited and trying to make sure that they actually turned out?
Well, this was a year with a fairly cynical narrative, a lot of negative campaigning out there that young people just aren't responding particularly well to. You know, overall, there is an intense level of frustration with the gridlock in Washington and the partisan bickering. And then when you add to that the challenges that have been raised with the attacks on voting rights across the country, new voter ID laws, restrictions on early and absentee voting, and then cutbacks to civic education around the country, there were a lot of hurdles for young people to overcome. And you see them coming out to vote in spite of all of this tonight, which is great.
Now, Ashley, you guys really pulled out all the stops this year. You had all kinds of celebrities from Lil Jon to Lena Dunham trying to get young people to turn out and vote. But I'm curious how much you think a difference that a group like Rock the Vote can make when we're in a situation like we were just talking about. There are so many outside groups spending so much money. You guys are so outgunned. How do you break through the noise in something like that?
Well, we did, which is the greatest part. We had so many amazing celebrity partners. We had Lil Jon re-record his hit "Turn Down for What" as "Turn Out for What," and you know that we released that in early October and had over 10 million views within the first few weeks, shared by hundreds of thousands of people. And so I think our message, which is nonpartisan and we're a not-for-profit, is all about empowering and engaging young people in the process in a really positive and inspiring way. And I think that video really cut through the clutter because we featured a whole bunch of really amazing cultural leaders who were authentically representing what they were excited to be involved in the political process for.
And Ashley, while you guys are nonpartisan, we have seen young voters that offer a big help to Democrats. We especially saw that with President Obama. After this election showing where we are seeing their turnout expected to go down, do you think Dems can count on them in 2016? Is this a reliably Democratic voting bloc, or can Republicans win them over?
Well, young people, I think, have shown in several elections, but particularly this one, that they care much more about the issues than they do about being affiliated with a particular party. This is a demographic that's up for grabs, and for a candidate who pays attention to the issues that young people care about, you can really make an impact and win them over. And I think that you saw across the country this year not enough candidates paying attention to the issues that young people care about, not enough candidates meeting young people where they are, with a message that's inspiring and engaging and about the issues they care about: jobs in the economy, student loan debt, the environment, things like this. So I think that it's not a sure bet for anybody for this demographic.
So Ashley, what are the lessons learned this time around? How are you guys going to regroup, rebuild, kind of revamp going into 2016?
Well, one of the things that has been the most successful for us is just simply a message of empowerment and education. This is the largest generation in our country's history and the most diverse. We outnumber the baby boomers, and we are 43% non-white. There's an incredible power to be had by millennials, and that message really was resonating with young people. I think we need to get that message out far and wide. And then it's all about education. With all of the voting laws changing as frequently as they did this year, and the court cases that threw things into a little bit of chaos in a couple of states, it was really important to make sure young people had the information they needed to get out and actually cast their ballot. And so I think we will continue to fight the good fight and make sure that young people are equipped with the information they need and are inspired and engaged in positive ways to get involved.
All right, it'll be interesting to see how this sliver of the electorate shifts between now and 2016. Ashley Spillane of Rock the Vote, thanks very much for joining us.